Man, I feel like I emptied myself. Wow. That's a pomegranate. Yikes. All my levels good, all my levels good. Turn me up. My gosh, my gosh.
Red Fellows Podcast.
Y'all know what time it is. Once again, we are here. Let me do this. Let me get these drops in.
With the spiritual shooter. The Lion Zion. And free.
I am not a number. I am a free man.
This the thing. This the thing.
That's right, man. Y'all really understand what time it is. Y'all know what it is. Give me a round of applause. It's a beautiful time. It's a beautiful time for all those that have chosen. Y'all have chosen to pull up with your boys, man. The Bread Fellows Podcast. I am your fervent and vehement host, Brother Zamar, a.k.a. the spiritual shooter, blocka, BKA. I got a whole ton of them. Y'all don't even really want to know what it is. Really.
BKA, Big Shasha. Go watch that.
Big Shasha, man. The Poetic Swiss Beats. I got a whole bunch of them.
AKA Spanish Harlem's Bob the Builder.
It's a whole bunch. Anybody that knows me, you already know, man. I'm 1/3 of the trifecta. Who do I have to my right, man? Tell them who you are.
The mighty Lion Zion.
The Lion Zion.
That's right, the mighty Lion Zion, man. He's coming to us live in effect as well. Tell him who you are, big bro.
Brother Free.
Brother Free, man.
I am not a number. I am a free man.
I am a free man. Tell him one time how you're a free man. Tell him.
Man, because I'm free from the shackles of society, of course.
That's right. Hold on, let me take a sip one time. Hold on.
That's a fact, man.
Once again, shout out to the viewership for all those that have chosen to pull up with your brothers. This is Brother Zion. This is Brother Free. I'm Brother Zamar. Together we are the Bread Fellows Podcast, man, where it ain't got to be the last supper for y'all to break bread with all of us.
That's a fact.
What we want to do is have y'all pull up to the table, pour a little something in your cup. We got the red cups. It don't have to be a red cup, but pour something in your cup. Kick up your feet. Be comfortable because we're going to give y'all food for thought. Food for thought. I don't know how many podcasts are out here. There's a ton of them on several platforms. But how many of them really give you food for thought, though?
Not many.
Leave them
Food
starving
for
out
thought,
there.
though.
Leave them starving.
Leave them starving. This is what I feel. I
Right.
feel like this.
They be deprived.
Now, this is not no hate, or we ain't throwing no jabs or shade on anybody, but we just really feel like through a particular spirit, we are able to bring brothers and sisters an understanding about these mainstream topics in a fashion, in a form that's like really no other.
Now, see, this is the thing, though. If a podcast isn't edifying to the people, are we really hating? If we're trying to give knowledge,
Right.
solutions to problems,
because we need solutions because we got many problems.
exactly.
Many problems.
Unless you've been under a rock somewhere, you don't think we got
Our
any
people are
problems.
laden with problems.
Right, laden with problems, exactly. So, just a disclaimer, let me put a disclaimer out there, If you are somebody that is sort of nerved or easily perturbed, let's say, by people that are being non-PC or people that seem to be non-sensitive to certain topics and the language that we might use,
This isn't for you.
this is not the podcast that you need to
ain't
be.
for you.
Click
on something else.
Right, that you need to be tuning in, man. These is 3 strong brothers who's gonna give you the unadulterated truth. You know, we call it the Bread Fellows Podcast because we really like to see one another eat, and we really like to see one another flourish in knowledge of self.
That's a fact.
Right, first and foremost, man. So we really have this revolutionary mindset that we are looking to implement in this particular podcast.
That's the thing.
With all the things that we are going to be able to touch on. So we're going to touch on some mainstream topics. There's a lot to talk about.
Man,
things have been happening. Things have been happening in mainstream media.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? There's ample things to talk about how we need to be able to treat each other better.
Right. Brothers
as a
do better.
people. Just do better with teaching. I mean, with how you treat your sisters, how you treat your brothers, how you treat yourself.
Right, because if you don't love yourself, how you gonna love anybody else?
It's impossible to do so. It's impossible to do so. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So before we even get into what the topics are, I want to know. I don't know if the people care at all. I'm sure they do, low key. I want to know how your brother's been doing.
I've been excellent, man.
You know how you been doing. How you been doing for this week, and maybe how you doing currently. You know, what are your vibes like on this Saturday night?
Yo, I got good vibes, man. I'm in the midst of brethren, you know, brethren I care for. So that's always a blessing. My health is good, you know. I wish I had more money, but my bills is paid.
The bills are paid, which is ideal. That's ideal.
You understand? So I'm appreciative. I'm appreciative of that. And you know, as far as this week, man, this week has actually been cool. It's been a cool week. I got a lot done. I worked a lot of overtime this week. Unfortunately, you know, when you got extra time on the plantation, it can be draining. But, you know, when you're able to, you know, get out and come in the midst of brethren, you know, that's like kind of a booster.
Right. It is kind of a booster. You'll be able to really just to increase your energy vibes.
Absolutely.
Well. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So what about any extra? You know, I always gotta ask about the extracurricular activity.
Well, you know, I was with you last night.
Right. We was together last night.
We was outside last night.
We was outside. You know what I mean? Right now, as we record this podcast,
Litchy vibes.
Yeah. We record this podcast right now. We in the South Bronx, but I'm from East Harlem. We was on the west side of Harlem last night, man, and it was.
Yeah, it was different. It was a world of iniquity.
It was different, man. You know, it just really. I really value, I ain't gonna hold you, I'm just sharing this with y'all. I really value, and I was actually telling my moms this earlier today. We had a conversation. I really value these days, I'm 32, being able to have a particular understanding of self. Because it's that particular understanding of self that has allowed me to be able to navigate this world in a fashion
I can see
that is more needful and beneficial than in my previous years. My previous years, considering the night that
man, we had crazy.
You would have got caught in the snare.
Yeah, I would have been caught in the snare. It'd have been something I would have woke up the next morning and I'd have just been questioning myself. You know how y'all, I know y'all, I'm gonna break the fourth wall right now and just speak directly to the people. Y'all know when y'all had a night, y'all might have been sipping on one or two things. You're not necessarily sauce or anything like that. But you wake up the next morning and you just say, oh my gosh. Like, what was I even involved in last night? That was the scenario last night, even though we didn't do anything crazy, right? Me and this brother, we didn't do anything crazy at all. But we were in the midst of that scenario.
Yo, it was just situation after situation.
There was a sister who was a stripper.
Oh, man.
Right, that sister was a stripper. I later found out she had on a robe. It was...
Yeah, it was crazy. Yo, her man was like an ex-convict / you know what I'm saying? He / was dealing with mental issues, you know, not to make light of somebody dealing with mental illness, but the brother wasn't all the way there. The brother wasn't all the way there.
He had the hateful eye.
Bro,
he had the hateful eye towards us.
Yo, listen,
He fell in love with a stripper.
When we fell in love with a stripper.
Hey, listen, you know the vibes. Like, bro, you know what you signed up for.
Yeah.
Don't be mad at me. Because you know what you signed up for.
Right.
It's going to always be, I feel like, if you know what I'm saying, if you cuff a stripper, not to make, you know, light of sisters who are strippers, you know, because ultimately we hope our sisters get out of those lifestyles.
Right.
But when you cuff a stripper, it's going to always be, with certain men, a certain level of insecurity.
Yeah.
You understand? And we saw that very, very evident in that brother, you know, because upon meeting him, you know, it was like, you know, I'm introducing myself, you know, I'm positive, you know, what's good, King, you know, how you doing?
Right, calling him King, Prince, all that jazz.
Word, you know, trying to big him up like...
sexing my girl.
Word, you understand? Trying to let him know, brother, I am not your enemy.
Yeah, man.
I'm not your enemy. But, you know, he trying to give the mad hard handshake. He trying to break your goddamn hand. It's like, bro, like, listen, bro.
Right.
I ain't here for all this. So
I'm not here for all of this, man. I'm just not here for... I used to be here for all of this. And see, that's the thing, man. When you have risen to a level of enlightenment, you know, through the Spirit, thankfully, when you have risen to a level of enlightenment, and then you really are in the midst of those that find themselves perhaps not in that enlightenment stage or don't even necessarily care for it.
They ain't even caring to get to it.
Yo, that can really be alarming.
It can be detrimental.
You just gotta wink at the ignorance, man.
Why? You do have to wink at the ignorance.
You gotta, because you were once at that desolate state. So,
No, that's true.
No, I mean, we all as people find ourselves in a place where, we're lost, we're in the streets, and then when we find out that it's more than that, and you get in tune with who you really are, it just changes your vibration. Man.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and that's really what I found myself doing last night with the particular brother I'm talking about. Because
old Drew would have snuffed him probably.
No, I wouldn't even snuff this particular brother. We won't talk about the brother I would have snuffed, but that brother, he was just, I could tell it was like his lady brought him into a situation that he didn't sign up for. That was kind of the situation, he was out on the town with his lady, and her friends came, and her friends invited friends. We happen to be the friends that were invited by friends. So now he's in the midst of a situation he didn't sign up for.
I mean, that's the thing. I've been in those particular situations in my Jake years, and that deals with his insecurities, man. Because I'd be chilling.
Yeah, I'd be chilling. Right, exactly.
I'd be chilling like, yo, listen, Eve, you go off, they got plenty of Eves to go off with as well.
Yeah.
So I'm not even stressing anything, you know what I mean? But, to different brothers is a different.
Yeah, it's different. Right, it's a different clock.
Yeah. Tell them real quick, man, please, if you will. Just give the brothers and sisters who are tuning in real quick, because there's a lot of things to touch on. We're gonna touch on those things, but I just want y'all to really understand the scenario that we was in last night, man. We was in this place on the west side of Harlem. Just talk to them if you can, brother. Just in summation about when we pulled up, the vibes, the interaction with the brother, and then the light-skinned brother. The light-skinned brother is what we really need to talk about.
Okay. So this was the night. I'm going to give y'all the summation of the night.
Yeah.
All right, so we pull up to the spot, boom. One of my friends
right,
hit me and was like, yo, what are you doing? Pop out to XYZ. So me and this brother, we pop out. It was a dope spot, very dope energy.
It was hella diverse in there.
Very diverse.
I don't know if you really saw the things that was going on in there. It was crazy.
Was out, bro.
This one person had the woman flipped over. Her crotch was in his face. Her legs was out like this.
Kind of dirty.
Nah, I ain't peeped that.
Kind of dirty dancing.
It was dirty dancing. It was dirty dancing. It was dirty dancing in there, man. It was dirty dancing in there. The one sister said, "Yo, so do you dance?" The what's her name? She that will not be named.
Word, I was about to say, bro.
She that will not be named. She that will not be named. She asked me. She was like, "Yo, so if I grind up on you right now, so you mean to tell me you're not gonna dance on me?" No.
Wait.
My sister, I'm not gonna dance on you.
Wait.
Yeah. You know who it is. So she asked me that because she was off to the side. She was dubbing on brothers. And
I didn't peep.
Yeah, she was dubbing on brothers. She tried to deny it. I told her my peripheral vision caught you. I captured you with my peripheral vision.
Yeah.
She thought I wasn't watching. But she was saying, yo, if I dub on you right now, you're not gonna dance with me. I'm like, yo, listen, that's just not where I am these days. I'm just not gonna be doing that. I'm more of a clean two-step dude. And I did a two-step on.
Word. Yeah,
she like, so you don't dance? I'm like, no, I get a clean two-step. And those that see me out on the dance floors, the clean two-step is nothing to be slouch about.
Yeah, the clean.
It's real.
Yo, I seen the brother at Kinfolk. He was getting
light. It's real though. It's real. I get light one time, two times. You know what I'm saying? Just because I call it a two-step don't mean it's just your mom and pop two-step. Not at all. It's pretty real. Then there, Chris Brown. Nah.
Yo, the brother was getting light though. The brother was getting light. Yo, brother was in his bag.
So tell her. All right. So go ahead. All
right. So boom. We went to the spot. It was a dope spot, dope venue. We greeting. We got invited to the section. You understand? Everybody knows the section. Everybody knows the section. The section is where where the festivities going on and where the collective is. Mm-hmm. So we go back there. We greeting. We get introduced. Like this is boom. So you greeting everybody warmly. Of course, with the sisters, it's a warm embrace. But with the brothers, it's a different energy.
You a threat.
Yeah.
That's the energy.
Why they aura shining bright? I don't like
Why
it.
they auras shining bright?
I
don't like these niggas.
Exactly. I don't like their auras, man.
Yo, I don't like how these niggas' bone structure is.
right. You already know. Yeah, that was me.
Is his beard glistening?
Yeah.
I don't like this, brother.
Yo, why this nigga can grow a beard?
Right. He take care of himself.
Right, exactly.
Yo, energies was off. So, I got introduced to the one brother who was sitting, and of course, he gave me the crazy handshake I was telling y'all about.
Yeah.
Evil eye, man. Evil eye, though. You could tell the brother's eye was evil, but I still tried to embrace it even still because I used to be there. So I understand why he's where he's at.
Right. Before you was healed?
Yeah, before I was healed. Before I was healed, bro. Before I was healed, man.
Before the brother was healed?
Yeah, bro. I had problems, bro. I was dealing with a few things.
Right.
So boom, we had the night. The night progressed. The spot ended. The spot closed. So now, we're discussing what the next vibes is.
Yeah.
So mind you, the ratio is like me.
It's
this
good
brother.
ratio.
Yeah. It's me, this brother, the other brother.
And like 70s.
But he not even with us though. The other brother wasn't with us.
No.
He just was there.
He was just
There's a difference between being there and with us.
Yeah, he and I came together.
Yeah, right.
This brother was just there.
Yeah, he was just there.
So he was actually dating one of the sisters that was a part of the collective.
The stripper.
Yeah. He was dating a stripper. He was dating a stripper, if you will. Now, mind you, you already know the vibes.
The stripper. Yeah.
You know the vibes, with some of our sisters.
Stripper. Yeah.
Hey, you know the vibes that are given to some of our sisters that are of that particular art.
Yeah.
You know the vibes. So, she mad friendly, she cool, giving good energy. But you could tell he like, yo, you understand? It's that insecurity that's starting to rise up in his mind. So I could see it all on his countenance. I didn't say nothing. I kept it cool. So we go outside, boom, we talking about the next moves, that are going to be made for the evening. Like they was mentioning a next after spot.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love me an after spot.
Right. So we was talking about that, and he's outside, and he's just flustered. You could just see it all in his countenance. He's flustered. So he divulges to me, yo, you understand? Like she invited mad people. You understand? I ain't got to be cool with her friends. I ain't here to be cool with her friends.
That's what he said?
Yeah.
I ain't here to be cool with her friends.
Yeah.
You see the mentality that our people have towards one another?
Word.
We should just be cool. Off the pull-up, we should be cool.
So he came out of nowhere and said this?
Yo, this is out of nowhere. He's like, yo, I ain't here to be cool with her friends. Yeah, I understand.
So who's he talking to at this point?
No, he's talking to me. He's talking to me at this point, because she had walked off. She had walked off with the collective of...
Because she was sauce.
Yeah, she was sauce.
She was... Let's put that in there. That sister was sauce.
Saucy.
Sauce.
So grab a hold of your woman, brother.
Yeah.
Don't blame me.
Nah, but listen, she wasn't even checking. I didn't even say she was checking, but she was just... Her energy was off just because she was soft. So she was being probably a little more friendly than a brother would have appreciated.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
But that stripper thing, there's difference between regular female friendly and stripper friendly. Stripper friendly is that's a different friendly right there.
Yeah. That's different.
Hey, but listen, so he divulges to me because she had walked off with the collective of ladies that were there, and he was like, yo, I ain't gotta be cool with her friends. She always wanna invite her friends around. Yo, I seen you and your mans all came in. It's two of y'all. I'm calculating that. I'm like, yo, bro, like
I'm calculating that.
He said,
you see the evil eye, man.
You know what I'm saying? He said, I'm calculating. I'm like, yo, bro, we not even on that clock, bro. We chilling. We out here. You understand? We came out here to have a good time. Me and this brother, we come in the spirit of peace. You understand? Because we look at you as a brother.
Right.
So it's not any smoke or animosity. He was like, love.
Love.
Right. Don't even know what love is.
What is love, man? What is love? Love.
Nigga, you was about to kill me 2 minutes ago.
Right. If I'd have said one or two things wrong, man, you would have wanted to eat my food.
Word. Facts.
But this is the thing, though. You got one. You came here with one lady, and this one lady has like about 5 friends. What would make you think that I would choose your lady over, even if I wanted to choose? those ladies in the first place, what would make you think that I would be after your lady?
Your lady.
What would make you
your portion, the one you came to the spot
and
with.
she has all these friends.
I mean, but who knows really though about the sister? Because it could have been, in defense of the brother, right? In defense of the brother, it could have been times where they've been hanging, and she's been a bit.
And she left with.
She's been a bit wandering. She's been wandering about,
right?
Gallivanting,
right?
If you will, you know, when they're in the spot and she's checking for this brother, that brother. So she just might have a history of acting in that particular manner.
So now this brother got trust.
So now he got trust issues. So now any brother that pull up, she give him an eye or whatever, and she feeling away.
Listen, this is the thing, right? If that is the case, and that's happened to you before, then that's your fault. Cause ain't no way I'm pulling up with an Eve and another brother potentially leaves with her or leaves with her.
Yeah.
And we continue to talk. Like that just doesn't make no sense.
Yo, I feel like we gotta let the pod know what's good with Eve, because we saying Eve. They probably
right. Yeah.
Yo, Eve is a word.
Science.
Yo, Eve is a word that we use colloquially among ourselves that speaks to our sisters, because we understand that our black sisters are the mothers of creation.
Right.
Who is Eve? So that's why we say that term. So y'all see y'all will see us throw that term around, you know, among ourselves. So I just wanna lace y'all up, y'all know what's going on.
Right. The brother just gave you that science one time.
Yeah. So anyway, boom. So he having this convo with me, you know, we end up, you know, I guess squaring things among each other. So it was cool.
This is still the brother with the hat.
Yeah, this is the brother with the hat. We don't refer to this brother as the brother with the hat.
Brother with the hat. Yeah.
So there's more than one brother.
Oh, yeah. We're gonna tell you about the other brother. The other brother was different.
Oh man.
The other brother.
Yeah, he was different.
Yeah.
So, you know, boom, we moved past that. You know, I guess the collective had decided, yo, let's go to the bodega across the street and get sandwiches. Pull up in the deli. So we pull up in the deli, and you know, this brother got a sandwich. I had already ate, so I was good. We out there. I'm chilling outside.
Right.
You know, and it's another brother who's just looming.
The light-skinned brother.
Yeah.
Oh, let's hold on. Let's really paint the field real quick. So the first brother, he's a dark-skinned brother.
Yeah.
He's a brother. He's dark-skinned though, and I know how sometimes a lot of people be like, "Yo, light-skinned brothers do things differently than dark-skinned brothers." I low-key, I'm jacking that low-key. Because the light-skinned brother, he was in his feelings.
Yeah, he was on a different clock.
He was in his feelings.
He was on a different type of time.
Brother. Yeah.
He was with y'all? Was he?
No.
Neither of these brothers
was with us.
No. Okay. Not with y'all.
Yeah,
but
they was there.
They were wandering with the pride.
Right.
They were looming. I'm gonna say this brother was looming.
They was looming along the periphery.
So he knew people of the same.
Yeah. He knew two of the sisters that we was with. He knew them.
All right, so let me give you a backdrop.
He knew them.
The particular block, we was on the west side of Harlem.
That's right.
The particular block that we were on was a block.
Harlem, you already know.
That three of the people that was with us were from. They were from that particular block. And the brother was from that particular block, so he knew people that were with us. But he didn't know us.
So he's probably trying to stake his flag.
Word.
You know, yo, I don't know where y'all from. He probably called us niggas in his mind. Yo, I don't know where y'all niggas is from. This is me over here. Y'all ain't introduce yourselves to us. This is the vibe that we get. You know. Because again, like the brother said, we coming in the spirit of peace. Brother, I'm from Harlem, brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm
from the east side, but still.
I'm on the east side, but we still here. I'll be on the west. You know? Go ahead.
So, you know, we in the bodega. Well, he's in the bodega. I step outside. Mind you, I had already peeked the brother in my periphery. He kept looking in my face. Now, mind you, I'm not the same brother I used to be, so I didn't take offense to him looking in my face. But I noticed he kept trying to examine my person.
Yeah.
So I'm at this point, I'm like, what's good with this brother? Like, what's good with him?
Right.
You know, I attempted to say, what up? Dry, off energy. So I'm like, all right, you know, I'm gonna let this brother rock. Whatever. I wasn't checking for him. Now, I peeped. I had noticed that one of the sisters, a part of the pack, if you will, was he was checking for her.
The light-skinned brother.
Yeah.
We gotta make sure it's the light-skinned brother. I'm light-skinned too. I mean, but damn. Sometimes the light-skinned brothers be just fumbling the ball sometimes. You know what I'm saying? What Drake said again? Tell me.
Light-skinned, but I'm still a dark man.
Right, light-skinned, but I'm still a dark. That's me. This brother, though, he was doing some real light-skinned stuff.
Yo, he was in his
He was in his light-skinned bag. I mean, he was.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say Chris Brown because I consider him a dark
He was on
skin.
his Keith Sweat.
No, Keith Sweat is a dark skin.
He's kind of dark skin.
Yeah, he's dark skin.
Right,
I'm gonna
right.
give. I don't know. I'm gonna give him somebody else. I'm gonna give him. He was on his little fizz.
Oh,
He was on his little fizz.
he's on a little fizz flow, man. He's on a little
Yeah, his
fizz,
brother was in
bro.
his little fizz bag. But anyway, so he's kind of trying to size. I could peep him trying to size me and the brother up. I ain't take no offense to it. I'm like, all right, bro, do what you do. I'm chilling. I'm not watching you. Don't watch me. You know, we good. So he gets his sandwich. You know, we're tempted to leave from the spot that we were at, the deli.
And he was supposed to pay for that sandwich. Let me say a little behind the scenes. The brother he wasn't privy to. He was supposed to pay for the sandwich for the sister. The sister that was in there as well. She wanted a sandwich. He said, "Yo, I'm gonna pay for that sandwich," and he walked off. So she was vexed. Why am I telling you this? Because other sisters were involved in this particular story.
Who paid for the sandwich?
I offered to pay for it for her as well, but she said, "Yo,
see, I didn't know that."
Yeah, right, you didn't know that. I offered to pay for it as well, but she said, "Yo, I already paid for it." He was supposed to pay for it, but he's an F boy now
you
because
made that brother look bad, and he was.
I mean, I just try to do the right thing. I just try to do the
Oh,
right thing.
so now I see. I didn't know these vibes.
I try to do the right thing.
These are different vibes. See, I didn't know these vibes.
Yeah.
See, so now I understand. So now that makes sense. Okay, so we outside, we chilling. So we discussing the next movement. You know, he's eating his sandwich. Everybody else eating their sandwiches. I'm chilling, and we're discussing the next moves.
How much is the sandwich?
The sandwich I got was about $5. No, $4. This
So
was
he
actually
walked out on a
Yeah, he walked out after already saying, "Yo, I'm gonna pay for that." And she was giving him the lip too, though. She like, "Yo, that's crazy. You supposed to be my brother and all of that. You ain't paying for my sandwich. You told me to pay for it."
She put him in the brother zone.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah,
she put him on blast. Though.
He was hurt.
She put him on blast though
Yeah,
too.
he was salty.
He didn't feel like he wasn't even phased by that though. Comment or whatever. I mean, but
No, he was phased. He just internalized it.
He internalized
and he wanted to
come at y'all.
He wanted to misdirect the energy.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what that was.
Yeah. So anyway, we outside, we chilling. We on the block now. Now, he eating his sandwich. I'm chilling. Everybody else eating their sandwich. We chilling. We discussing the next move. Here he comes out of nowhere. Yeah, man. See, I'll fight anybody out here. Anybody out here can box.
Yo,
trying to
so y'all can get these hands.
What?
Anybody out here can get these hands.
Everybody out here can get these hands.
Yo,
What?
I'm thinking in my head like, yo, bro, he's not talking to me. You understand? He didn't direct this energy to me specifically, so I'm gonna ignore it. I'm gonna ignore his energy because he's not saying it belligerently.
Energy,
he's kind of saying it to the. He was kind of saying it to the ladies, like, yo, because righteously I get it with anybody out here. He's talking to the sister. He's not really talking to me or this brother.
Let me say something real quick based upon the point you just made. I'm gonna break the fourth wall again. To y'all brothers that might be listening, stop trying to perform for these sisters. When you're in the midst of these sisters, be yourself. Stop trying to be like another brother. Stop trying to be hard, tough, all of that. Sisters just want to jack the genuine you.
Exactly. They know you corny when you trying to perform.
Yeah, man. If you don't really got no hands, don't profess that you got hands. Because there's going to be a brother who don't care about anything righteous. He's going to lay you out.
Right.
He's going to lay you out and then you're going to be embarrassed. And then that sister's going to walk off with him anyways. So just be yourself, man. Stop being that way. To your brothers. Stop having an evil eye to your brothers. My fault, brother. I just had to say
No.
Right,
I
go
feel
ahead.
like
Finish
you
it
had
up.
to
Finish it up.
leave that disclaimer.
My fault. Finish it up too, so we can get into this to these topics. By the way.
Yeah. So he has the evil eye. He's talking. He's saying this craziness to the sister. He's saying in a reasonably low voice. So I didn't feel like he was belligerent or ready to swing. So
He was drunk though.
Yeah, he was drunk. He was
Yeah,
clearly
he
under
was.
the influence. Me and his brother was on point.
Right. Super sober.
Super. And we looking at him like, all right, bro. You know, he was a younger brother. So I'm like, all right, bro. You know, you could be one of my little brothers. I'm not even going to entertain your nonsense. You know?
Yeah.
I'm not even going to entertain it.
Took the mature route.
I took the mature route. And then, you know, the sister, you know, one of the sisters, you know, kind of guided us up the block. It's like, yo, let's, you know, he's corny. That's what, you know, multiple other sisters, that was the consensus after he left. Because he did his little rah-rah. We didn't feed into that energy. And he eventually got dubbed. And then the next play was on.
Yeah, the next play was on. Exactly.
So, so, you know, it was really like they were then bantering among themselves, you know, and the consensus was the brother was corny.
Yeah.
You know, so it really was nothing that came with that, but it was just crazy. I was just reflecting on that, like, damn, you know, I don't even know you, bro. You could have came and rapped with me. You don't know. I could have been a cool brother. I could have been a brother who had something that I could allocate to you to advance you where you at.
Right.
So why are you coming to me with smoke? And I don't even know you.
People love to burn bridges, man.
You made that one up.
They love to burn bridges. That's what it is.
Thank you.
And one thing I've learned is that there's always that one brother that when they're around a bunch of Eve,
that's what
y'all know what Eves are.
Wait, let me start. Don't forget what you're gonna say. My fault. My fault. I don't want to cut you off, but I'm doing it right now. Sorry. Don't forget what you're gonna say. But sisters as well. I just want to speak to the people always. Sisters, stop gassing these brothers to be something that they are not. If the brother is really soft-spoken, let him be soft-spoken. Don't try to get him to be now this Rocky Balboa that's gonna come to your rescue with a cape on. That might not be him.
That might not work out.
And what's gonna happen is he gonna get jumped. He gonna get snuffed out, and then he gonna have resentment towards you. And then you're not gonna be feeling him. You gonna jump to the next brother. You know what I mean? So just understand the brother that you are with, my sister. Understand the brother you are with. Continue out. Let him know.
Yeah, but you know, certain people just like to act like there's someone else in front of Eve all the time. Like it never fails. Like, you know what I mean? It's like when girls used to come check you on the block, and you had that one brother that'd be like, "Oh, let's slap box."
Like, why you want to slap box?
Let's
right
slap
now?
Coincidentally.
Oh, I've been there.
Coincidentally.
Yo, I've been there.
Or the nigga who start counting his money.
Right.
Bro, calm down.
You taking out $2,000 to get an apple juice.
Wait, watch your hands. I want to make sure people really are able to see and hear you.
You taking out $2,000 to buy an apple juice in front of Eve. Like, come on, man. It doesn't make no sense.
Come on, bro. We know.
Yeah.
We're on to you, bro. We're on to the play.
No, I mean, it's like, and then the crazy thing is, you think that this is something new that you're doing when you have to understand, females make the world so small, they done seen every nigga in every hood do the same thing.
Word.
So you're not anything special when you do these type of things. I'm just letting y'all know. You know what I mean? It's a disclaimer.
And really, a lot of women, like, you know, we live in a climate where it's a lot of sisters have their own money.
And that's a fact. That's another thing.
So they want you to bring something other to the table than money. Mm-hmm. You understand? Just money.
Where's your knowledge at? What do you know?
Can you assist her in improving within herself, mentally, spiritually? Mm-hmm. Yeah. You understand?
Because that's what matters. That's really what matters.
So it matters.
Right. You understand? Your conversation is nothing but the new Jordans and the new jeans, the new Amiris that came out. If that's your conversation, then you know a lot of sisters who desire more are gonna be turned off by that.
Right, exactly.
Of course, because you have nothing else to give to them. Now, I mean, knowledge is the best thing you can ever give to somebody, because once you give them knowledge, they're able to go out there and create and build something. But if you just give them money, I mean, once they buy that product or material thing, it's gone.
Now, I'll say this. You know, even if you gave a sister money, you have to have the wisdom as a man to be able to direct her, or even suggest. I ain't gonna say direct her, because we got smart sisters out here, you know, who can build and create and, you know, make good investments with the money. But as a man, you know, you want to be able to kind of, cater that money to building. You know, not I'm gonna give you $2,000. to go buy a purse. I'm gonna give you $2,000 to go start a business.
Oh, baby, you deserve a Birkin.
Yeah, what is that Birkin gonna do? As soon as you buy that Birkin, it's gonna depreciate in value. But you know what, sis? I'm going to donate. I'm going to invest $2,000 in your business.
That's tricking?
No.
Is that tricking?
Is that tricking?
No, if it's your lady, that's not tricking. But if that's a rando, that's tricking.
But this
right?
is the thing.
You feel away about that?
You gotta understand, right?
That's tricking.
Now, look how fashion changes so quickly. I remember buying antiques and 7 jeans and True Religion, like
you can't even
flyest nigga in the world.
You can't even wear Trues.
Pradas and all that.
You can't wear
and
no, you can't.
It doesn't benefit me anything. Yeah, you can't wear Trues.
Yeah,
True Religion is cooked.
They clipped.
Hold on.
Crackheads wear Trues, man.
But hold on. Wait a minute.
Homeless people in Trues.
Wait a minute.
No, seriously.
Because I'm not really in tune with the fashion trend. If I rock True Religions today, I'm getting clowned.
Now you ain't gonna get clowned, but they clip.
Yeah, they clip. So
I'm not
You
at
be
the
better
I'm
off-
not at the pinnacle
I
of
can't
fashion.
even say you won't get clowned. Some people will clown you. 'Cause-
With True Religions?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
No,
So
but
what's the
yeah,
move?
that's
then?
how
What's the move?
Bro, I'm gonna tell you, it's like this. You could wear Levi's and get away with it before you could wear Trues.
Yeah, that's a fact. No, that's how it really is.
What? Why?
Yeah, because it's just the way it is. That's fashion.
Because too many people are wearing True Religions now? That's
Yo,
what
they
it
got
is?
oversaturated. I think like after Trues got really big.
True Religions, like what? How much are they? I never bought a pair, but how much are they?
I mean, they
400 or something?
No, they ain't.
200, like 200.
No,
Yeah,
Forever 21, you get them 2 for $99.
Wait, they got Trues at Forever 21?
Forever 21?
Of course.
Oh
They got
my
Trues
gosh.
at Forever 21?
Of course, it's over.
Oh yeah, it's over. Once they come in Forever 21, it's clipped.
Yeah, it's then they're not even.
Yeah, I mean, right now you can't get away with wearing no. Well, you can wear Trues, but the fashion is really not with the Trues because you see once you start seeing crackheads and homeless people wearing Trues, then it's
What about the 7 jeans? That's
I mean,
super. That's
you-
super old.
7 jeans, you
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
wear.
super
You
old.
can get away with
I
something.
I am not on the
Personally,
fashion
do
vibe.
you know what I feel like bringing back?
What?
Evisu.
Yo, EV.
Just cause. I don't care what y'all think.
Hey, listen.
I want to bring Evisu back.
Yo, Evisus was hard. Evisus was hard. But nah, right now I feel like the Levi's, the equivalent to what Levi's used to be is G Stars.
Yeah.
Right now, and what
But G Star's still popping though.
Yeah, G Stars.
Yeah, yeah.
I bang with G Star.
Yeah, but G Stars have now became Levi's.
Yeah.
So I feel like the what used to be True Religions is now what Amiris are. Amiris are now.
Yeah.
Now that's something. I'm not even gonna hold you. I like to be transparent, and y'all brothers already know. What is it? How you pronounce it?
Amiris.
Amiris.
Yeah, Amiris.
Amiris. That's
the new
what True Religions used to be.
Yeah, that's what True Religions.
So
used to
Amiris,
be.
if you got
that's
Amiris on, then you got
Yeah,
some.
you damn near valid. They
you got
like
some
your
fashion
Robin
acumen.
jeans. You remember Robins?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they like Robins now.
I'm not gonna front.
Amiris.
Personally, the wave of jeans to me is dead. It's all about joggers, man. It's
Yeah.
comfortable. know what I mean?
Right, you can't keep up with the denim.
Where your joggers at?
I'm good, man.
You
Where's
can't tell what joggers you got on.
Man, like that's how I'm feeling, man.
That's a new vibe, comfy cool.
Yeah, comfy, cool with it, man. Like I'm in some hard ass stiff jeans all day. No, man.
Word.
I like my joggers. Know what I mean? You already know where of the black male persuasion is more space. Know what I mean? I feel like that's more for
more
the
space.
Caucasian male or whatever. Know what I mean?
right.
Yo, because Amiris is cut mad thin.
Mad thing. It's European cut. You know how that is.
They
Yeah.
got that little
Yeah.
stretch elasticity to them, but it's like, come on.
Right,
bro.
they're not.
I don't want to wear
They're
no
not
jackets.
100% though.
Yeah.
They're not 100%.
They're not 100.
They're not 100 though.
Nah,
They're
you
not
know they
100.
got elastic.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of other
You know
things.
that-
Blended.
It'll be 99%
Yeah, yeah.
before anything.
Yeah.
No, they
Blended.
might be 60 this, 40 60 this, 20 this, 20 something else.
All right. Well, listen. Speaking of all that fashion and all that, now I want to get to the topics.
All right,
Let's get to the
Let's
topics
get
now.
to it.
Man. Topics of the so-called culture.
Spiritual shooter.
So what we going?
Yo, come on, we need to drop on
Hit the
that.
drop. Hit the drop.
With the spiritual shooter.
You already know. You already know. So what do we got on the docket, man? What's the first thing?
Yo, bro, I ain't gonna hold
This
you.
Kanye West.
Yeah, let's get it.
That's
We're just go straight to the Kanye West,
Yeah,
man.
bro, that's like
Jesus is king.
right.
This is the proclamation by our brother in the flesh, Kanye West. That was a ball.
Yeah,
Our brother in the flesh, Kanye West.
Yeah, you
That's a ball. That's a ball. Our brother in the flesh, Kanye West. He just recently dropped the album Jesus is King, right?
Mm-hmm.
First of all, what did you think about the album?
Man, listen, I was actually...
It's not a music podcast, by the way, but brothers did... I mean, we have ears, right? So we can weigh in on how what we thought was the dopeness of the album.
I was actually appreciative that, you know, he gave a different content than he normally gives. You know, remember, this is the Ye that we seen go from Jesus Walks to You're Such a Fucking Hoe, I Love It.
Yeah, that's
now where he is
that's
now.
What he was saying too.
You understand? I appreciate where he is right now because I feel like he's putting out more righteous vibrations. He's vibrating in, you know, what people would say is higher self. You understand? And I appreciate that because we're tired of hearing this denigrating music.
Right.
You understand? You know, and I appreciate, you know, him having Fred Hammond on the album, him being able to bring the clips back, you know, Pusha T and No Malice. You know, No Malice ain't about no rap.
Pusha T on a what some would call a gospel album. Pusha T was on there.
That's No Malice. But you know, No Malice considers himself a so-called Christian. So it's beautiful to see two brothers come back together on his album and then be able to speak something positive and righteous.
Right.
You know, I don't agree with all of his vantage points on the particular doctrine that he's now pushing. Yeah. But I do see the growth, and I acknowledge the growth, and I was appreciative of that in itself. Yeah. You know, that he's trying to be a better him. He's promoting family. You know, I can't say he's promoting black family because he's married to a white woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the thing, though. Yeah. See, one thing I see it as is before you get to the strong part of it, you got to give him the light stuff. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I feel like as he's on his spiritual journey, he'll continue to grow and find out more truth. Because there's certain things that I found that were real jewels on the album. Then there were things I was like, you gotta work on that. You gotta build up, you know, the true truth to it. Because thing is, Christianity is just a watered down version of what we're really supposed to be following.
That's right.
So
say it with your chest, brother. You know, say it with your chest.
That's just what it is, man.
Yeah. He said, "I love Christianity."
Yeah. You can't love a doctrine. You're loving something that your oppressor gave you.
Listen, man. The black church hasn't done anything for us ever. Let me fix my frames. I'm gonna speak right to the people. The black church has never done anything for our people. I'm saying it. I'm making a statement. I'm making a proclamation. The black church has never done anything for our people. I dare you to challenge me on that.
To prove that, what happened to that elderly lady who, due to sickness, failed to pay her tips?
Her tithes.
And
the brother called tips, you know he ain't paying that.
right. Who cares about tips? Tithes.
But anyway, they kicked her out of the congregation.
Pay them alms.
They kicked her out of the congregation. So it shows you that these people are more so about the money than saving your soul.
Right. They kicked her out of the congregation.
They kicked her out of the congregation.
Come on, you're supposed to be a so-called Christian out here, man.
Recovering from cancer, supposedly. Come on, man. Come on. Like you can't be serious. That's why I'm like, people don't understand this is a business. You know, they'll open the Bible, read one line, close it, and a bunch of and that's it. You go home, make some pork chops. Some shrimp Alfredo, pork chop.
Yeah, man. Shrimp Alfredo.
You know, like all type of abominations.
Yeah, man.
That go against the same thing that you claim to worship. So I feel like Christianity is just a big.
It's a farce, man. It's a farce.
Yeah.
But you know, it's false.
I had to speak to it, you know, as a pastor's son. I'm what they call a PK. You understand?
What's a PK?
Preacher's kid.
Preacher's kid. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
They say we the worst, but whatever. You know, I had to speak to it, and I understand. Like I've seen, you know, you have different types of Christians. You know, everybody puts Christians in one particular box, you know, due to what we see and, you know, the hypocrisy we see.
Yeah.
So a lot of times you're more inclined to categorize Christians in this one box, like, yo, they hypocrites, they're not really about what they preach. But, you know, I have came across sincere Christians who really believe that, you know, the doctrine of Christianity is the truth. And they really believe that in sincerity. And they have a different spirit about them. So, you know, one thing that I've seen with him, I see that he's really genuine about what he believes.
Kanye West.
Yeah.
What gave you this impression, though?
Well, you know, initially I thought, I'm like, yo, listen, like, I felt a little shaky about it because, you know, he had the Jesus is King merch.
Right.
I'm like, yo, bro, it's like you
trying to make money off of it.
You trying to make money off of it. Yo, you like the changes in the temple.
Right.
You know, that Christ beat out the temple.
Exactly.
Right.
That's what I'm looking at him like that. But then when I actually saw some of the interviews and I saw how he spoke to it and how he spoke to the changes within, and then, you know, some of the things he's been saying. For example, with him speaking about his wife and how he said that, you know, how she dresses on social media affects him.
Who's his wife? Just so people could know, it might be somebody living under a rock that
Kim
don't know
K,
who Kanye
you know?
West's wife is. Kim Kardashian, right?
Yeah. Kim Kardashian.
But like we said, all right, brothers need to get it together. You know who you got with when you got with her.
Right.
She had a whole sex tape.
Yeah, but he
know,
wasn't in his mind though. He wasn't in that particular quote unquote godly mind. You know,
he was promoting all of.
He was all the way with that. He was with the sex tape vibe.
Because look at who he was with before. He was with Amber Rose.
And that's what I'm saying.
He was with. Damn,
that's what I'm saying.
You know, I forgot he was with Amber Rose.
But brother,
she showed her whole vagina on the internet. Yeah. It was hairy and something like that. The people saying
it was hairy.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. You made your bed. You made your bed. Like that's like me knowing that's like me knowing a female is a harlot. You know, straight. You know, she don't care. She could meet a guy the first night and give him the buns.
Right.
I choose to make this, you know, my future. You have to deal with the consequences. That is life. Automatic.
You know what a lot of brothers
because you can't change certain women. You can't change.
That's what I was about to say though.
You cannot change certain women.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
Brothers be trying to turn hoes into housewives.
That's what I was about to say.
Exactly.
And you know, we always think you can save and heal. No. You know what?
Right.
You know,
I'm gonna change her.
She's just right here, right now. I'm gonna help her grow. I'm gonna help her progress. I'm gonna help her blossom. You understand? So, you know, in his mind, he's like, you know, well, she was that then, but, you know, he manipulated it because he really, I'd attest a lot of the Kardashian success to Kanye West.
Bars.
I would attest it to him, you know, and how he was able to flip it and change her whole perception in the public. Because when we seen her on the video with Ray J, she was just a whore. Like, you know, niggas was looking at her like she was just
shit.
You understand?
Right.
You knew the vibe. But I feel like when she got with Kanye, it actually validated her.
Yeah, validated her. It did.
You understand?
It did, especially in the black community. But this is the thing, though, right? Is that I feel like, you know, you basically made your bed with her. You know, it's like she wasn't known for anything else. And you've even admitted it yourself. What's that line he said on the song?
He's girl, like superstar from my home movie. Yeah.
Okay, so you glorified it at one point, which is sad. So
and she even said that he made her into what she is.
All right,
he
so
said
you gotta take that.
Made her into what she is.
Yeah, she said that on E. Like they showed a clip from the Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and you know how he was telling her, you know how you dress affects me, because she was about to wear a particular outfit that he didn't approve of, and she was like, "Listen, you made me this confident, sexy person, and now because you're on a particular spiritual path, now you want me to change." You understand?
Yes, I want you to change.
Right, because
I want you to change. I'm your husband. You are my wife.
Right, as I'm maturing, and you should be maturing with me. You understand? We're supposed to grow together. You understand? Like, I'm of the persuasion that when you marry somebody, y'all become one. And y'all are supposed to grow together. Y'all are supposed to learn together.
Right, you're no longer a couple. You are a unit. You're no longer a couple. It's not two of y'all. It's one of you.
She's gonna leave that brother. I'll tell you that right.
Oh, he gonna leave her.
Yeah,
I could actually see.
They're not gonna last. They're not gonna last.
It's
They're gonna be a divorce.
Listen, can two walk together without being on the
Agreed.
same?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
right. That's true.
Can that happen?
That's true.
And I feel like I'd actually, I'm gonna.
That was good. I like that. Let me get some love. It's two more together. Right.
I'd even jump out on that ledge and say I'd see Kanye leaving her because I really feel like
that'd be powerful if he did.
He's genuine in his walk, and he's actually prefaced where he's at with everything.
Listen, hold on. To that point, let's get some clips, man. Let's get some clips of Kanye on this interview with Big Boy. You know how the Big Boy come on, Big Boy TV, even though he doesn't have liposuction, that he's not Big Boy anymore.
Right.
But let's hear a little bit of that interview with Kanye West and Big Boy.
Yo, Big Boy look like Lil Bill now.
Yeah.
do you feel like and since you did
Hold on, am I connected? Hold on. Did you hear that on there?
Nah, I didn't hear on the speaker.
No, I'm not.
Let me get it real quick. Yeah, I'm connected.
get there, do you feel any of the pressures when people say Kanye did let him down? When we think about George Bush don't care about black people, that's when everybody was like, oh, Kanye. And then when we look at Kanye now, I mean, if we agree or not agree with you, just when you say the wrong color hat.
Yeah, think about this for a hat. This is one of my main things. It's like, what is the culture?
What is the culture?
Man, this ain't for the culture. We doing something for the culture. We are orphans, bro. We are cultureless. We don't have our own culture. We signed to culture vultures.
Hold on. Let me get some of this real quick. Hold on. Yo, Kanye is dropping bars right here. I need y'all to really understand what's going on. In this interview with Big Boy TV, he's dropping bars. We are cultureless. Listen to the brother. I don't care how you feel about him. Listen to this brother.
We sign our life away. Our contracts are culture vultures. Think about everything that's cultural. Taking a knee is cultural. Being on social media is cultural. Wearing high fashion is cultural. Pushing a foreign is cultural. All these things are not owned by our culture.
That's right.
So who designed the culture? What does it mean to do it for the culture? That's why I do it for Christ.
Hold on.
Yeah, listen.
He's dropping jewels.
I gotta just drop these sound effects, man. Yo, this brother, he's dropping bars. What is the culture? He said we are orphans.
But people actually think he's crazy when he's really speaking on a biblical perspective.
A biblical perspective, and even those that don't even subscribe to the Bible, he's speaking on facts. We are an orphan population. We are orphan. What is our culture?
Where did we come from?
Yeah.
What is our history?
Exactly. What's the heritage that we subscribe to? What is our identity? This is what he's speaking to right here.
Right, and then when you look at what our culture is really toxic. It's really post-slave culture. It's just a mosh pit of toxicity, denigration, depravity.
Right.
That's really what it is, and seeking to ingratiate ourselves into Eurocentric culture.
Exactly.
That's really what it is.
So let's get some more. Let's get some more of this. Hold on. We ain't done. I got clips. There's clips of this brother because I don't know if y'all saw this interview. Kanye West with Big Boy TV, no longer big. There are jewels being dropped. There's jewels being dropped in this interview. Y'all go check it out, man, on YouTube.
The Bread Fellows Podcast.
That's who's bringing it to you right now.
And that's when you bring Christ in, that's a hell of a blanket. That's a beautiful big blanket. But I do have to kind of sit with you and talk about when we say the beliefs, the things like that. And this isn't an interview that I wanted to talk about anything political, but you did kind of go there. You know what I'm saying? You did kind of go there under the guise of, of Christ, and I understand that. But do you feel, and we haven't had a chance to talk, do you feel like people didn't understand Kanye at the time? How much of that was Kanye? How much of that was Kanye?
Oh, we're going to fast forward. Let's fast forward to this here.
Nigga, man, I'm playing that.
Hold on.
What you talking about? People's trying to sun me left and right. Strategize. I've been canceled. Right. I've been canceled before they had cancel culture.
And this is talking about the cancel culture, because a lot of y'all brothers and sisters talking about cancel culture. And who they want to cancel? R. Kelly. Who else do they want to cancel?
Everybody are people.
You know what I mean? We talking about cancel culture. Y'all ready to crucify brothers and sisters because they don't
subscribe to
speak about or subscribe to the things that are socially accepted. This brother is speaking about things that actually matter. Mm-hmm. And I question, personally, I'm speaking for myself, I question the sincerity of this brother when he's had all the merch that was out, Jesus is King, Sunday service. Now, I don't subscribe to Sunday worship and all those sort of things, but I will say, from this interview, I was made a believer into his sincerity. Mm-hmm. I feel like this brother is sincere with what he feels is the way for us to be able to conform to.
I mean, this is the thing you have to understand, right? He's been in the industry for how long now? So he understands that he's being used as a pawn to brainwash his own people. Uh-huh. That's obvious. So him being awoken and saying, yo, I'm tired of being used by my oppressor. I want to serve Jesus. Mm-hmm. It's him breaking out of it into, it's like a newborn. It's a newborn babe.
Right.
Now, I mean, he's trying to find that truth now, and this is just the first step to his journey. So we really can't judge him because we don't know where he's going to be a year, 2 years from now.
Right, exactly.
Especially if people who were on the truth, when they first got on the truth, they didn't know what the truth was. Mm-hmm. They had to learn it.
Yeah, the understanding of self. They didn't really know the understanding of self. All these things. It can be a real whirlwind for brothers and sisters at first, but he's right now just walking in the line where he realizes the error of his ways in his past.
Exactly.
He looks at his wife and he says, yo, wife, you not dressing modestly. Uh-huh. You out here dressing as though you are not
my wife.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a whole different conversation. Because
hold on, let's get some more. I just want to get a little.
I was canceled before they had the term.
Do you care about any of that?
I do. I care about everything.
Mm-hmm. Does it not rub you the wrong way, but does it get to your core when people do feel like?
Definitely don't rub me the right way. This definitely ain't gonna do Johnny Gill.
What do you say to people that say you turned your back on the culture or
exactly 100%? I have turned my back on the idea of victimization mentality.
Hold on, this brother is saying some things. He said exactly. I turned my back on the idea of victimization because we feel as though all the time, boo hoo, boo hoo, we victims. You know what I mean? We want to march and protest and all of that. This brother understands that we're not on that type of time anymore. Right? Let's continue.
We are locked up. We went from 1 and 4. We went from 1 and 4 to 1 and 3. But we always pointing at the white people. But yet we want to spend all of our money on foreigns. We want to spend all our money on luxury as opposed to going and buying some land. America is for sale. And there's a lot of barren land. Disney bought a lot of it in Florida. But the culture has you focused so much on fucking somebody, bitch, and pulling up in a foreign and rapping about things that can get you locked up, and then saying you about prison reform. Like, it's, bro, we brainwashed out here, bro.
We brainwashed.
Come on, man. This is free man.
Kanye, tell him. Talk to them, Kanye.
How could you be mad at him bringing that out?
Talk to them, man.
You can't be mad, especially
talk to them, Kanye.
At his level.
I am not a number. I am a free man.
at his level of stardom.
Yeah.
He's bringing this out. You can't be mad at the brother.
You can't be mad at him.
Because at this point, he's keeping it real.
Right.
You don't see no other celebrity doing this. And the ones who used to bring it out are long gone and dead now.
Exactly.
So, which means his life may be a target.
Right.
Because now he's trying to wake up the masses. And, you know, usually there's stars out there that wake up and they go through the same things. And once they start talking too much, something bad happens to them. Maybe car accident. Maybe some pills. Maybe they get caught with a rope with a dryer, you know,
Jack,
inside the bathtub.
Right.
You know,
have a bad surgery or something.
Lightning hit them, you know. All type of stuff happens when you start speaking the truth. You know,
right.
That's just how it is in America.
What I thought was most notable about, you know, what he was saying though is I saw that he touched on 2 different occasions on his wife and this whole Instagram context. Even at one point in this interview, he touched on, he was like, yo, niggas worried about who's, you know, B, you know, who got your B, who got your B. He was like, yo, Instagram got your B.
No, that's a fact though.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of men.
I thought that was profound.
No, that was
that's a lot of
profound. He said the sister will post a picture to Instagram before she sent it to you.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
I was like, yo, bro, that's
a
real.
fact.
I've literally known sisters. I'm like, damn, you posted that before you sent it to me.
Before you sent it to me,
and
you sent me the picture.
You still sent it to me.
It's a picture that I could have went on your page and saw.
But you sent it to me because you want me to go like it.
And then you filtered the hell out of it. Oh, I don't know if y'all been seeing. Let me just touch on that real quick. The new, right? I mentioned it to you before. The new how can I say, the new decree from Instagram, they're saying that they're gonna remove the filters that encourage or promote
plastic
surgery. That you know, when sometimes they have those filters that give you the real slender nose or the high cheekbones. They removed that.
Why?
Instagram removed that because of their scholars and their doctors have diagnosed a particular syndrome called, what was it called? Snapchat dysmorphia. This is what they called it. Snapchat dysmorphia, where people, younger generations today, what they call them, Generation X, Generation Z, those that come after the ones that are now, they are going to plastic surgeons and saying, make me like this Snapchat filter. Give me the high cheekbones, give me the big lips, give me the, what else? The slender nose.
I mean, what they thought was going to happen.
So they removed that. So no longer that's going to be a filter. So what does that mean? A lot of these sisters was jacking that filter.
They gonna go get that for real.
A lot of these sisters was jacking that filter with the big eyes and all of that, trying to make themselves beautified with the slender nose and all that.
Yeah.
No more. And I'm thankful. Give me a round of applause. Round of applause. Hold on. Give me a round of applause. I ain't jacking that at all. I'm not jacking any of that at all. Because that's promoting a culture that is hateful. Self-hatred
towards themselves.
You know what I mean? That's just crazy, man.
I feel like Instagram has too much of an effect on how we do things day to day. Like, a lot of times you meet somebody, they instantly asking, yo, what's your Instagram?
I don't
even like giving people my Instagram because I want you to get to know me for me, not my Instagram. I'm not my Instagram.
Yeah.
My
to
Instagram,
hell with all the Instagram.
My Instagram is just a compilation of pictures I decided to share with the public.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That's it. That's not me.
That's not.
And I don't feel like you can really draw a clear-cut opinion of who I am from scrolling my TL.
Right.
Because, you know, when you think about a person is so many layers. You can't draw a clear-cut depiction of who someone is just from an Instagram. And a lot of times we do it. I'm guilty of it myself.
Really?
Yeah, I'll meet somebody, I'll scroll to Instagram, and I'll feel like I got them figured out. Oh, okay, they like this.
Right.
Nah, I feel like that's taking out the effort of really getting to know someone.
Unless they're a stripper.
Right, and really, what even is that? Because I mean, even a regular girl, you go on Instagram nowadays, you seeing her in bathing suits, you know, scantily clad, or she turns around, she got the cheeks out. Yeah, that's regular.
Yeah, that's regular.
That's regular. You understand? And really, what I tell sisters like, yo, what is any difference between you being in your panties and your bra and a bathing suit? There's really no difference.
It's a fact. Right. You might as well open the door with your panties and bra for every brother that's not.
Ooh, I've been there. I ain't gonna hold you back in my day. Back in my day, let me just say this real quick. Bathing suit. Back in the day when you pull up to the sister's crib. Back in the day though, let me emphasize that. Back in the day when you pull up to the sister's crib, she opens the door. In the unmentionables.
Oh yeah, you know what's going down.
You know the vibes.
In the unmentionables.
You know the vibes.
That's
you know what type of time
that's
that is.
You know. But again, that was back in the day. But let me just get a couple more clips because I want y'all to really understand the totality or the entirety of what Brother Kanye was saying.
Social media doing more to hurt families than it is to help families, and families are the key to health.
Bars.
That's a fact.
He has bars. There's bars in what this interview is going into. Let's continue.
You ran one of the most popular families on Instagram. How do you divide that up?
Oh man, just come on, you see, like, pull up. I'm gonna just have this hospital visit right now. You see?
Right. Are you afraid of losing your audience? Yay.
I told you I'm only afraid of God. I'm only afraid of my daddy, God. I done been 15 years. I'm telling you, God is showing that you can have your own thoughts, bro. I've been canceled before there was cancel culture. Who told you that my career would be over? The same people that are telling you that you can't have a right to say who you will vote for, those people will be soon to take Jesus out the school. Those people will be soon to remove Jesus, period, from America, which is the Bible Belt. Those people will be soon. Man, come on, man. I ain't finna go Alex Jones level on y'all, man. Come on, man. What y'all?
Right, but I
like,
give a little leeway to
wake up, Mr. West. Wake up, culture. Wake up. Everybody think they so woke, but they following the rules of what woke's supposed to be.
Hold on. Let me play that back one time. Hold on. Why they just exit? They trying to.
People will be soon. Man, come on, man. I ain't finna go Alex Jones level on y'all, man. Come on, man.
Hold on. Play that again, man.
Be over. The same people that are telling you that you can't have a right to say who you will vote for, those people will be soon to take Jesus out the school. Those people will be soon to remove Jesus, period, from America, which is the Bible Belt. Those people will be soon. Man, come on, man. I ain't finna go Alex Jones level on y'all, man. Come on, man. What y'all... Like, wake up, Mr. West, wake up, culture. Right. Wake up. Everybody think they so woke, but they following the rules of what woke's supposed to be.
That's right. Yeah. A lot of brothers and sisters out here thinking that they woke. They woke sleep. Thinking that they woke, man, but they really just woke sleep.
You sleepwalking.
You sleepwalking, exactly. I want to get just one more of it. Let me move off it because there's another thing to talk about. Right? We got to talk about Tank as well.
Right. Nah, I really wanted to kind of stay here.
Yeah, we're gonna stay here.
But I wanted to talk about because I noticed a parallel between what Kanye said and the conversation that Fantasia had.
Okay.
You understand?
Bring it out, baby. Bring it out.
Because, you know, Kanye was saying, like, yo, it affects me when my wife is, you know, when she's dressed a particular way on Instagram. And then that just kind of rang in my head about what Fantasia said in a submission, and it had the internet in disarray.
Right.
When she was talking about how, you know, it's nothing wrong with a woman being submissive to a man. And then you see Kanye and the dynamics of his relationship with Kim Kardashian saying pretty much, like, yo, I understand this is your spiritual path and your spiritual journey that you're currently on, but I'm not there. You know, and then it just made me think about, you know, what it made me think back to what Kanye was saying.
Right.
You know, about I need my wife to dress a particular way. Because it affects me.
Right.
You know, it affects me, and if it's affecting him, I would think, you know, if you're really with somebody and you love that person, then you should consider that. I feel like she was very dismissive in her statements from the clip that was shown about her saying pretty much, you know what, that's your spiritual path, but y'all supposed to be equally yoked.
Because you know Kim Kardashian doesn't care. She just doesn't care about what the brother subscribes to. She don't care about Jesus as king. Kim Kardashian doesn't care about being modest. She don't care about none of that. She not jacking any of that.
She not.
Any of that.
But then that goes back to, should a woman be submissive to her husband? Because a lot of women was up in disarray about Fantasia saying that.
Yeah, Fantasia was dropping jewels, man. But y'all, I don't know, man. The culture not even really ready for all of that, even though that's what we need to be hearing. But the sister's not even ready to hear that. They too really hell bent on feminism and the 1, 2, 3, 4 waves of feminism, and then another new joint, which is the womanism. Womanist. There's sisters out here who's proclaiming the womanist vibe now.
What even is
by
that?
Alex Walker. That's a whole nother wave. We can get into that another time, man. Hold on. Let's finish with Kanye though. Let's listen to some more of this interview with Big Boy.
You MIT right now. Y'all in a box. They have you in a box. You can save the world. But you are working on things that are too small. Take a step back. Stop worrying about your college, your loans. Stop worrying about what job that they got waiting for you in Silicon Valley. MIT, you can save the world. Kids in college, you can save the world. I'm putting my life on this interview right now. It's up to y'all. Y'all have the ability to just step back from what you think culture is today. It's not about any candidate. It's not about red or blue. It's about humanity. Y'all talking about it's 12 years of oxygen left. Talking about we gonna kill the earth. We can't kill the earth.
Right, we can't.
We gonna kill the things that keep us alive on the earth, and the earth gonna survive.
The earth gonna survive.
It's up to y'all. Y'all the future. Y'all the future. But what y'all working on right now? I'm working on this 3D printed thing that is funded by who though?
Right, funded by who though?
Y'all could do it.
Right.
Yeah, he was going into some things.
Funded by who though? Y'all can do it. This is what he's saying. He said the earth not going anywhere. Which I think what time it is. The earth not going anywhere, man. Hold on, let's get some more. We ain't done. We ain't done with Kanye. Hold on.
Oh, I bet you the devil was happy on that day. And where that record went straight to what? Number 1, quick. This is exactly what we want. This fit right in with whatever else we got. This fit right in with everything we got to deal with opioids. This fit right in with everything we got that promotes killing so that we can have more slaves in the mass incarceration never-ended slave system. This fit right in.
Why did you make it?
Because I was asleep.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Because I was drowned. Because I was lost.
What do you want us to get from Jesus as King?
The title right there. The fact that everyone says that is enough. There was times we think about, well, let's call it Christ Jesus. You know, that's what the old folks say in the church. Let's call it this. And oh man, you know what, Jesus is King is too affirmative, because Christians, we be out here, because on one end it's like, are we too judgmental? Are we not judgmental? Are we saying what we're supposed to say?
Let me fast forward. Hold on. Let me fast forward. People might not be ready for that.
Yeah, but
fast forward. This is the last clip here.
Kanye. With Jesus is King, the album. You know how you heard so much, man, I miss the old Kanye.
Right.
Now this has seemed like it's even further when we were saying we miss the old Kanye. What does that do for Kanye, like your catalog? I go to a Kanye concert. Do I hear Good Life?
This is profound what he said.
Do I hear Ninjas in Paris? Like, what does that do for your old catalog that we enjoy?
If they go to a Kanye West concert,
they made movies about Steve Jobs so y'all can understand who I am. Now, when you go to the Apple Store, I don't be seeing no iPod 4.
Right. Listen to an iPod 4 when you go to the Apple Store. I'm past that.
We missed the old iPod 4 though.
You want the old Kanye,
take you to eBay and get you the old Kanye and get you a vintage iPod 4 while you at it. Once you get you a Sega 8-bit.
Would you say you probably may never do another one of those songs again live?
It ain't even a probably. Like, no, we could play that beat.
Yeah.
I'm just adjusting. Even when I do Jesus Walks, I say, we ain't trying to turn atheists into believers. Now I say, we are turning atheists into believers. And it be all off beat and everything. I'm like, yep.
Yeah.
There you go. Like, we just, he can make it all good for him. He meaning specifically Jesus Christ. So you don't get it mixed up with green juice and Air One. You didn't get it mixed up.
Listen, man, that's just something to be able to take with myself.
I'm gonna turn atheist into believer. So
man.
So he understands. He's correcting. From what he said years ago. You know what I mean? Because that's one line that was in there that I've always like. I like that song, but I always felt like that line. You're supposed to turn. No, you're supposed to.
Yeah.
I was trying to say that.
And that's what he said for this one. He said we all trying to turn atheists into believers. He said that in this particular interview.
And then he also said he's going to be flipping a lot of his old songs. He's not going to be performing them old songs. He's going to flip them with like, I guess, a righteous
new bars,
connotation on them.
Yeah, man. You know, shout out to the brother Kanye. We off him right now with this whole Jesus is King. Man, if y'all haven't listened to it yet, y'all go check it out. I mean, we not music execs or ARs or anything.
15.
Hour 15 what? That's how long it is?
Mm-hmm. No, it's not. It's 27 minutes.
27 minutes? He only got 11 songs. I know that.
No, I'm talking about the pod.
Oh, yeah. We out here. Yeah, we're out 15. We out here.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to talk now about this whole new masculinity. Since we're talking about, the culture and what is the culture and whatnot. This new masculinity is something that we need to be able to speak about, especially because we are a podcast of three brothers. We're a podcast of three brothers. What do we think about this Pharrell on GQ magazine? New masculinity.
Let me tell you.
What's that word? I feel like the Posh want to go in on it one time. Go ahead, talk about it.
Let me tell you, man.
Brother Free.
They're promoting homosexuality hard into the black community.
That's right. That's
what they want. And the reason why they're promoting that is so they can basically commence a population control as a collective upon our people. Because they understand if we don't procreate, that's less of us, and we are a threat to their way of life. And people don't understand that. It's a higher level to how people see things. Why does homosexuality keep on being pumped into the black community?
Right.
It doesn't make sense.
I agree, and especially like when you couple that with what Tank is saying right now.
Yeah.
Like talking about if you suck a rod 2 times, you ain't gay. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, man.
Like, what?
What Tank was saying was ridiculous. What was he saying?
Yo, no pun intended.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
And this is the same Tank that made that song. What's that new song he came out with?
Slave.
Can we fuck or something like that?
Oh, no, that was Life Jennings that came with the Slave Master song.
Oh, I don't know. Well, listen, y'all all heard about what Tank was saying about the what? What he was saying about if you suck a rod 1 time?
No, 2 times.
2 times. Hold on.
You double back.
He said if you suck a rod 2 times, then what?
You're not gay.
You not gay?
Yeah, and I would argue.
Listen, man, Tank, you're not listening right now. I know you're not. Right? Who are we? We just as modest podcast.
First of all,
you are homosexual, Tank.
First of all,
don't try to pull the wool over our eyes. Talk about what? If you suck a rod 2 times, you a homosexual, man.
Soon as that thought comes in your head, you're gay.
Gay.
No, listen. I would even. That's what I was saying. Like, listen, it's not even just you doing it.
It's the thought.
Because me and this brother was talking, you got to go through all the things that happened up until that point.
Exactly. You actually meditated on doing
You meditated on that, man.
But not only that, you got to look at the logistics. You met a brother who you found attractive, who was homosexual.
That's mad. That's
you got
mad
cool
homosexual.
with him. You got in intimate spaces with him. You got close and comfortable enough with him for him to actually take his pants down and put his rod in your mouth.
That is
so
that
a whole lot of gay activity that happened before you even got there.
That's like you plotting on a woman that you like. You actually think before you make a move on a woman, you think about, damn, no, I can't wait to put my lips on her vagina. Know what I mean?
Woo. He going off.
No,
you know, a lot of brothers.
I'm not talking about that now, but I'm talking about like in a.
I'm just messing with you.
In a sense of
about that.
You know, in the world type of thing. Now, I mean, brothers fantasize about the girl they want to take down. Like, yo, oh man, yo, I got her number. Yo, I can't wait. I already know this looks like this. That must be juicy. I can't wait. And then y'all chill. Y'all chill a couple times. Bam. Then it goes down. You actually do it because you manifested it with your mind. You were persistent, which means you're gay, Tank.
Which means you're gay, Tank.
Wait.
You actually
play devil's advocate.
Yo, you're a homosexual.
Come on, yo. Play devil's advocate because he never said that he did any of this.
Nah, he did it, man.
Yeah, I feel like he did it.
He did it.
I feel like he did it. I feel like he did it.
He's speaking from experience.
But
listen,
he's never said that I did it. And then that just brings me back to the mind of Malik Yoba.
Yeah. Talk about Malik Yoba real quick.
Yeah. Malik Yoba was basically saying that if a straight man is attracted to a transgender woman, then he is still heterosexual.
Who's paying these dudes?
Yo, these niggas
paying
off, bro.
Nah, seriously, somebody's paying these people to say this. It has to be. There's no other explanation why all of this is happening back to back like this.
You know the agenda. The agenda is the effeminization of black men.
Exactly.
Because we're masculine, we've always been stronger. Mm-hmm. You understand? Mm-hmm. More masculine than any other demographic of men.
That's a fact.
We've been the epitome of what masculine is.
That's a fact.
Like when you look at sports, we lead all of these different. We know all these different athletic industries. We lead. Mm-hmm. You understand? So really, I feel like it is it's a particular agenda to feminize us or to make us less masculine, less strong, less mighty.
Yo, this dude said, it says, Tank says giving another man oral sex doesn't make you gay.
He did it.
Giving another man
the way to cope.
Oral sex.
That's the way to cope to his mistakes.
Doesn't make you gay.
That's me. I gave
what is going on in
that's
2019,
crazy.
yo?
Crazy.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
Yo, that's crazy.
But they taking words,
that's
twisting and bending and flipping them and making them
to whatever they want to do.
That's what's going on, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Like you take words and you twist it because now heterosexual does not just encompass me having the desire to lay with a woman. They're trying to encompass it to where now being heterosexual, I'm just attracted to the female principle.
Right.
Even if it's not necessarily
a
natural.
Female. Yeah. But this is the thing, right? Now, you have to understand, this homosexuality culture is not our culture. This was never our culture.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. This is something the Greeks and the Romans were into.
Right. Look up culture. I go on dictionary.com.
You understand
Look up
what
culture
I'm
right
saying?
now. I want to know what the definition of culture is.
So this is the thing, right? People say, yo, I was born like this and all that, right?
Read definition number 5.
Granted, you're saying you're born like this. When it's documented that these people, you know, of old, the Romans, the Greeks, you know, even the Egyptians, they actually were into homosexuality.
Right.
Like this was a spirit. This was actually done as a ritual.
Right. Exactly.
People don't even understand.
It goes into sex magic.
Yeah. This goes into sex magic.
Yeah.
You can even look it up with Hitler because he has a book called The Pink Swastika. Where he believes
the pink swastika?
Yes. Where he believed we're interacting in homosexuality type of rituals would give them powers. You understand what I'm saying?
Wow,
so this is something that is ancient.
Yeah.
But because we are in modern time, we feel like, oh, this is something new. No, there is nothing new under the sun.
That's right.
Just like the Most High said.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So people are so lost that they don't even research what they're into.
Right.
Like these things are not natural things, and they were never part of black culture. We were a race strictly based on family sticking together,
right,
and making sure that we paid homage to the Most High who gave us life. That was our heritage. That was our culture.
Right, exactly.
You guys took on your oppressors' culture and took it as your own and ran with it.
Yeah, man, because what's today? Today is what? October 27th. We was coming out from outside. We seen a whole bunch of people in goblin outfits and devil horns and witch costumes because this is a so-called Halloween.
Yo, don't even get me on that.
You know what I mean?
And then these
what are
same
we doing
people-
celebrating so-called Halloween?
These same people are going to church tomorrow.
Exactly.
And you're not even supposed to be worshiping demons and ghosts.
Come on, man.
Wizards,
Why would
warlocks,
you even want to?
witches.
And those be the same people that's burning sage in their apartment.
And that's ridiculous.
Those be the same people with dream catcher tattoos on them or over their bed. Those be the same people with so-called spiritual stone.
But you're inviting wickedness.
Exactly.
You invite wickedness
because it's harmless.
you
Oh, it's
play
harmless. You know, I dressed up as XYZ. I dressed up as a stripper.
A slutty nurse.
A slut.
Yo, listen.
A slutty nurse.
A slutty nurse
Yeah,
like
exactly.
this building.
Yeah.
Yo, listen. That brings me to
sure.
a conversation I actually had this week with a sister. And it's kind of in line with the whole Kanye and the modesty. You know, he wanted his wife to dress modest. She made a post. Well, I made a post basically on my story, basically speaking to how a lot of sisters who are so-called feminists feel like sisters that are modest live an oppressive lifestyle.
Sisters that are modest live an oppressive lifestyle.
And
Yeah,
actually
feminist sisters.
and actually living it up.
Okay.
Feminist sisters feel that sisters that are modest for religious purposes live an oppressive lifestyle.
Right.
But not necessarily just oppressive, but also demeaning.
Okay.
Demeaning.
Oh yeah, demeaning. Yeah.
They feel like they're being demeaned. Whole time you demeaning yourself and how you carry yourself as a woman.
Yeah. That's what
Most
out
time they be
about,
living it
though.
up. They be living it
You out
up.
here on the train, the New York City MTA. You know, you out here just walking about in the South Bronx with the poom shorts. You know what I mean? But then you expect brothers who have no control of self to just
respect
abstain from touching you or respect you. These brothers are like dogs. They salivating.
Right.
Listen,
because they've been over sexualized too.
Exactly.
This is the thing, right? I'm gonna use this as an example. Now, if I walk inside of a corporate building, right, full of Caucasian people, right, and I'm sagging my pants, got gold teeth and a wife beater on, right? Do I expect them to respect me as the man or king that I am?
Right. Exactly.
Based on the way I'm dressed.
Right. They're not gonna.
That's a good way to put it.
How can I expect that? Look how I look.
Yeah.
I look like a hoodlum. I look like a thug. I look like I have no intelligence inside of my vessel.
Exactly.
So how do you, as a female, expect a man to respect you for walking out of your household half naked?
Yo, bro, it's crazy, and this is my logic. I have the same logic as you, but I had a conversation with a sister because when I made that post, one of the sisters was what we call triggered today. She was triggered.
She was triggered.
She was triggered. So she jumped in my DMs like, yo, explain. So I explained. I break it down the signs. Like, yo, it was never really our culture to our sisters to be, exposed like that because we come from a regal history, a regal heritage. And, she agreed to that. She conceded to that. But she said that, a woman should be able to dress however she wants. And feminism is about fighting against oppressive men. And then I was able to give her the backdrop on, where feminism really came
for
from.
the white woman in the first place.
That's right.
It had nothing to do with us because at the end of the day, when white women were fighting for their freedoms as women,
civil rights movement.
We was in the civil rights movement. We were fighting for civil rights.
Exactly. Together as a family unit.
Exactly.
And they use that to separate the woman from the man.
Yo, this
they
is literally
understood.
everything I touched on with.
Yeah, they understood. They understood once you separate the woman from the man, the civil rights movement would crumble. and they would have us in the palm of their hand.
And I explained all of this to the sister. But, you know, she said she still was feeling offended. She was very offended. Yeah. She was offended by my post because, you know, she's of the persuasion that a woman should be able to dress however she feels, and it should warrant the same respect.
Right.
But and you shouldn't judge a woman based on how she dressed. And I broke it down to her like this: you judge everything.
Everything.
You even judge brothers.
You judge
everything.
Exactly. If I came
with a dress or a skirt, you gonna look at me sideways like, yo, what's
and I'm trying to get to know you.
Yeah, you gonna be like, nah, I don't know about this.
We can share dresses.
Even if I came to you in some black Air Force Ones, some dusty black Air Force Ones, in a long black T-shirt. And some Jabot jeans.
Right, the 6X.
You're gonna judge, and that's the hypocrisy of people. Like they swear they don't judge people, that they're all for the people. But like you said, if a brother pulls up with some dusty Air Force Ones, a long T-shirt, and some throwback Jabot jeans that's a size 45, they're not giving that brother a time of day. They're not even going to test that brother's intelligence.
Right, you're gonna judge me.
You're gonna judge him off rip.
Predicated upon how I'm dressed. So I'm like, how do you think in your mind logically that if you're dressed, I meet you, you got your titties out, you understand? I see your nipple rings through your shirt.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Your butt.
The nipple rings through the shirt.
That's a vibe.
That's a vibe. Yeah, sisters flock to that. Yeah, they damn near want to have both the titties showing through the shirt. I'm showing y'all both the titties through the shirt with the nipple ring. They want to show that.
Yeah. And you know, so I'm like, how do you think a brother is not gonna draw any type of opinion or preconceived notion based upon how you're dressed? Like, how do you feel like? Well, she was like, you know, well, I carry myself in a way that demands respect, and I can control how people perceive me. I'm like, listen, you can't control how people perceive you. It's their perception.
It's their perception.
And if I see a sister with her titties out, her butt out, I'm going to assume that she's way with it.
Yeah,
this is the thing, though. This is the thing.
I'm going to assume I can't take her serious.
Exactly. So keep this, right? Now you have to understand, that type of apparel was worn by prostitutes back in the day.
Right.
And it's just been recently modernized over years.
They're not even so you
have to understand.
Fact, though. That's a fact.
You have to understand. This is the way prostitutes used to dress.
Right. Yo, she threw that out too though. She was like, yo, you know, a lot of the stuff, you know, a lot of the understanding on women attire is predated. We got to come to the 21st century.
No, it's not.
Then I brought out the fact. I brought out the fact that even when we look at our foremothers in the slave fields, in the plantations.
Come on.
Even they
110 degrees wearing dresses.
Right. I said we come from a regal, modest people. Our women would never be feeling like that.
Come on.
There is a particular vibration that is given off based upon how you dress.
Exactly.
I'm going to approach a sister who's covered and modest differently than I approach a sister who's already got everything out. And mind you, I'm going to treat her with respect because I have knowledge of self and I understand they're both my sisters, but I may have a word for a sister who got everything out. I may have, you know what I'm saying? I'm calculating how I could give her knowledge of self. Right. But a sister who's already covered, I may not have to tell her about modesty.
You don't have to.
And I'm looking at her through a different prism. I'm like, okay, this sister might be a sister I can deal with, I can build with.
Right.
But a sister who got everything out, I might, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make life. I can't do nothing with you. You're not wifey material.
And mind you, this is a spiritual thing.
Wife material. Yeah.
These come from the same sisters that burn sage.
This might be.
Look, they burn sage.
And Summer Walker say
they burn sage. They say they're spiritual, but they have no idea that the way that they carry themselves and the way they dress is spiritual.
Yeah.
Because everything is a vibe.
Right.
We are energy. So the same energy you put out is the same energy you receive. And until we understand this and we understand how to move as people, we're not going to get anything right.
Right.
You can't say, "Oh, I'm dressed like this and, you know, I can control how people perceive me." It does not make sense because you are basically giving out a vibration that deters what you think you're doing.
Right. And if I will, you know, and not to cut into this particular sister, you know, I've seen her make posts.
Cut into this. cut into this particular sister because this particular sister needs to be cut into.
No.
Go ahead.
I got love
to them, my brother.
I got love for this particular sister. So
we got love for them. We got love for all of them. We can still cut into this particular sister.
Yeah,
because she off with her particular thinking. Go ahead, talk to us.
I've seen her make posts about how brothers ain't ish, and how brothers can't commit, and how brothers ain't right, and this and that, and this and that.
Commit to that.
Yeah, but I'm looking at it like, sis, you can't draw the parallel in how you carry yourself. You understand? If you're on the TL, you showing every nigga who follow you everything
who
you
wanna
got.
Cuff that?
Yeah. Who wants to cuff you? Like brothers, because you got to understand, there's two type of brothers. Well, there's more than two type of brothers, but I'm gonna speak to two type of brothers right now.
Right.
You got brothers who are thinking about marriage, and you got brothers who are thinking about being bachelors and whoremongers for the rest of their lives.
That's right.
You got them two type of brothers. So a brother who has marriage on his mind is not checking for a sister who's on the TL revealing everything that's only supposed to be for his eyes.
Right. So the only option you have is the ain't shit niggas that want you hit it and continue that whore.
And you're not gonna force them into being the brother who wants to marry. You ain't gonna force them into that.
Exactly.
Because see what women want to do is I ain't gonna say women. I'm gonna say a lot of women. What they want to do is force a brother who has he has no real
knowledge of self.
I ain't gonna say knowledge of self, but he has no intention of marrying a sister.
Oh, okay.
He just wants to hop from sister to sister to sister.
Casually.
But sisters will take this brother and will try to make him the brother who's gonna settle down.
The challenge.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna do it. He's not doing it. He don't want to do it.
It's all about
he doesn't want to do it. You can't change the brother.
You can't make that brother do that.
You can't change the brother.
They think they can
You know
change
what I'm
that
saying?
brother.
Yeah.
Instead of dealing with the brother, see, the brother who already says, you know what, I want a wife. I'm looking for my wife. I'm looking for my rib.
Those are the ones that you should try to build.
They don't want to deal with that brother.
But you have to be dressed appropriately.
They don't want to deal with that brother.
Right.
That brother is too lackluster. That brother is not enough with their shits. As they would say. He not
out here. He not out here. He has to be damn near out here.
Yeah, they don't want to deal with that brother. They would rather take the brother who has no intention of looking for a wife and try to make him, they want to be wifey to that brother.
Wow.
You understand? And then wonder why they keep getting their heart hurt. You understand? You hear the terminology ghosting. That's a popular thing. But me being a single male, I understand why brothers ghost. Because I get to see you, I get to see what you're about. I go on your Instagram, you naked damn near 7 times on your page. You understand? I'm seeing
you 7 times naked on your page.
I'm seeing you damn near naked. I'm seeing 400 likes, so that let me know 400 people seeing you in this state.
Right.
You understand? And I'm seeing mostly niggas. I'm looking in the comments.
Of course,
I'm seeing all brothers down there in the comments.
Saying a whole bunch of left things.
The titties is nice.
Yeah.
Right. That ass look juicy. Oh, sit on my face.
Yo, the titties is nice.
I know that pussy tastes like mangoes.
Yeah, man.
And this type of energy you're putting
but
out.
you want me to take you serious.
Yeah. And now when I'm walking with you, I could potentially run into one of these brothers and they could disrespect me and you.
And then now it's a problem. Now it's a situation.
They could disrespect me and you.
Right.
For me even walking with you.
Now what you want me to do? Now I'm damn near less than as a brother, a provider, a protector, a leader. Because I ain't step up to the plate to defend the so-called honor.
Now, what you want me to do is put my cape on. And fight for you. But you listen, you have to respect yourself.
From the gate.
I feel dignified. I feel dignified.
She don't want to.
Right.
No, I feel dignified in protecting a sister who has clothed herself in modesty.
Yeah.
I feel because you have no right to disrespect her. Now, granted, I don't feel like a brother ever has the right to disrespect one of our sisters. Regardless of what they have.
Regardless.
But I understand the mentality of a brother who doesn't have knowledge of self that draws a particular notion about a sister who's dressed in a particular manner.
Right.
Straight up and down. I understand why you draw that conclusion. You seen her dressed like this, so you thought she was type easy, so you gonna run easy game on this sister.
Easy game on the sister.
Drop the bombs.
Exactly. That's right. You already know. Easy game on the sister.
Yeah, but when you see a sister clothed and modest, Like that brother, you don't understand. She's giving off the perception that she is a virtuous sister. You understand? So I think that warrants a particular type of respect. And if you disrespect her, then you just came out of yourself. You had no reason to come at her like that. You had no reason to even perceive that she was even like that.
See, this is the thing, right?
Right.
Now, if I'm looking at a woman and I want to see if I could build a future with her, I have to see how you move, how you dress, how you carry yourself. Because I want my daughters to emulate that. Do you think I want daughters as whores?
Yo, shout out real quick, sidebar. This brother is a so-called black father. This is a
beautiful
black
daughters
right here. Two daughters, two beautiful daughters of the super young age. So listen to what this brother is saying right now.
Do I want my daughters to follow a whore?
Right.
That is ridiculous. Now, women could say, "Oh, I could dress like this, I could dress like that," but guess what? Guess who's watching you?
Right.
Guess who's looking up to you to be an example? And that's what I'm saying. Like when we become adults, we leave childish things behind.
That's right.
Yeah, but listen,
you're not a child anymore. You're living to be an example for those who come after you.
Right.
Okay, granted, you could do that through your teenage lives and all that, but you can't be a grown woman talking about, oh, let me wear what I want to wear. It doesn't matter. Yes, it does matter. Because you're creating future whores.
That's right.
You're creating future whores. And then and then there's a consequence for that.
Yeah.
You will pay for that in the
Yeah,
end.
because we don't look at the big picture. You don't look at the big picture because, you know, with the sister.
Ooh, that brother's going in right now. They're going in on the topics right now.
No, it's real.
Because when you look at the big picture, you look at what is going on. You know, understand? Like the sister made a post, a counter post to my post because she was triggered. Right. So the next day she made a post basically speaking to the fact that, oh, it's about to be Halloween. If you want to go as a slutty, whatever,
Halloween.
You know,
it's okay.
Remember, it's your body. Have a good time. Be safe.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like, yo, it is your body. You know, you have the liberty to dress however, but the people who see you have the ability to perceive whatever about you. You understand? And when you really say you care about your people, that's what I want to touch on. You understand? Because we got to look at the big picture. We so caught in looking at, oh, this is what I wanted to do.
You don't care about your people if you do certain things.
No, you got to think about what is most conducive to the greater good.
Exactly.
If you understand that as a collective of people, we've been over-sexualized through media and everything else.
Yeah.
Both the men and the women. Brothers have issues too. Like a lot of sisters understand that they've been objectified and over-sexualized, but brothers have been over-sexualized. When you go back in history, you look at how brothers was breeded with even their own family members to bring forth other slaves.
Strong slaves.
You understand?
Right,
We was continually breeded, so that's still embedded in our DNA as well. We've been over-sexualized, so we don't have a natural sexual paralysis towards a lot of our sisters. We don't have the natural sexual paralysis because we should be able to perceive our sisters in a particular light. But because we've been over-sexualized, because every ad we look at got titties and behind in it. And, you know, every time we go on the internet, we seeing that. On Instagram, we seeing that. In the movies, we seeing that. We're over-sexualized too.
Right.
You understand? So now we're toxic. Now we get with a woman and we want to hop around. We can't stay committed in a situation.
We're distracted because
we're distracted. We need you as a sister, understanding that we have these areas of opportunity to help us. Help us out. You understand? We understand we messed up. We trying to fix it. And we can't fix it with you showing your titties. You showing me your titties on the train while I'm trying to get to work. You understand? You in a sheer shirt and I can see your titties. How's that helping me?
Listen. Go ahead.
How's that helping me?
Listen,
go ahead.
This is the thing, right? If females really want to make a change, they have to understand what they do, men will follow. Because most things that men do are to gain the attention of females.
Listen, I say everything.
Right.
That's number one, right? So now, if you say, you know what, ladies, let's stop dressing this way, and brothers sag their pants, they ain't getting nothing. Brothers are gonna